This is the presentation of Chapter 1 and 2 of Curriculum Leadership, presented by Carrie Ballinger, Annalise Cravens, Karen Loper, and Sylvester Turner. The focus of Chapter 1 is goals and values. Leaders, teachers, and students bring personal goals and values to the table when planning, teaching, and learning curriculum. When we move to Chapter 2, we will delve into the social forces that affect our curriculum decisions. As mentioned in class, this text supports the idea of principals as servant leaders. Through the opportunities to increase our knowledge and skills, provide opportunities to build up teachers, and engage in meaningful curriculum development, implementation, and evaluation. While there is no single correct definition of curriculum, these definitions are most commonly used. A course study or course content. Curriculum can also be defined as planned learning experiences or intended learning outcomes, as well as all experiences students have while they are at school. While curriculum can be defined as planned learning experiences, this is also known as the what to teach. Instruction is defined as the how to teach the planned experiences. Both are part of the same process. They are interdependent and not mutually exclusive. According to our text, it is stated that children are not small adults and that human beings are different at various age levels for which we must target curriculum planning and instruction. Therefore, knowledge of human development is an essential basis of the curriculum, because it enables curriculum leaders to provide for age-related and individual differences among learners. Personal values can influence a greater emphasis on one base over the other. Therefore, we must ensure all bases are addressed when developing curriculum. It is important to note that everyone looks at curriculum from different angles: the school leader, the teacher, and the students. School leaders focus on curriculum criteria as it relates to standardized assessments, while the teacher focuses on criteria at the classroom level, and students focus on their personal level of relevance. All three criteria components are necessary for a balanced curriculum. Debate of what quality curriculum should be has been ongoing for thousands of years. Even Aristotle was quoted as saying that existing practice of curriculum development is perplexing. No one knows on which principle we should proceed. Should the useful in life, or should virtue, or should the higher knowledge be the aim of our training? All three opinions have been entertained. While there is seldom unilateral agreement on the goals of our curriculum, it is important to keep these 5 broad curriculum goals in mind. Personal values enter into every curriculum decision. There is no concrete formula to developing a curriculum, and personal values play into this, such as defining what will be in the best interest of the individuals and of society. Articles at the end of Chapter 1 present multiple viewpoints from school leaders and philosophers in the areas of cultural leadership, curriculum decisions, philosophical viewpoints, democracy, and practical theory. Chapter 2, Social Forces. Education reflects the goals and values of society and shapes the economic, political, social, demographic, and technological forces. These influences of social forces are studies to determine what curriculum decisions should be made for the future of our students. These social forces include changes in the environment, family stress, equal rights, and global interdependence. Social forces are constantly evolving. As educators, we should ensure our programs change with them. Very few social forces exist independent of each other. They are interrelated, and each individual in society experiences the influence of most, if not all of them, at the same time. School leaders should consider 3 levels of social forces that influence curriculum as shown in the diagram. First, the national and international level, which includes the environment, family, and the technological revolution. The second level of local community includes family structure, class structure, and the values of the community. The third level is the school culture, and those are the social forces that determine the quality of life while students are at school. Our text states, on one level, schools are much alike. On another, they are very unique. Each has a distinctive culture or set of guiding beliefs, assumptions, values, and traditions that distinguish it from other educational settings at the same level. Regardless of how they become manifest in a school's culture, social forces at this level are of major significance in curriculum planning and instruction. According to our text, several concepts come from the social sciences. They are humanity, culture, enculturation or socialization, subculture, and cultural pluralism. These concepts have been defined in many ways. They go from addressing problems of pollution, energy, and terrorism to the subcultures of a culture group or the socialization as our society becomes more complex for our children and youth. Cultural pluralism implies that no one culture can take precedence over any other. Cultural pluralism means that each person, regardless of self or group identification, is entitled to respect, dignity, freedom, and citizens' rights promised by law and tradition. It is important for curriculum leaders to think about the future. According to Alvin Toffler, every society faces not merely a succession of probable futures, but an array of possible futures and a conflict over preferable futures. The management of change is the effort to convert certain possibles into probable in pursuit of agreed-on preferables. Articles at the end of Chapter 2 focus on accountability, inclusiveness, multicultural education, and media literacy. One article describes accountability in the form of standardized assessments as a disservice to students, explaining that this evaluation is not indicative of the whole child, but instead focuses on the range of reading and math scores and is not an indicator of the other services provided by schools. Other examples include curriculum reform are provided in these readings. In conclusion, as educators, we must recognize the goals and values of all stakeholders and how social forces affect our curriculum decisions. Thank you.